What? You said what?
Repeat that again, bro.
I said what?
Go with the first part.
Oh, I look so small. You look so big?
Yeah.
Pause. No homo. What? What? I said what? I said what? What? In the butt. You want to put it in my... Nope. Not about to finish that. Not on this show.
Yeah. That was a smart move for many reasons.
Hello.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you guys for joining us for the second episode, or the second video for Rhinos and Aliens Impressions.
Boom. Number two.
As you guys can tell, we're in a good mood, but not because of what we're about to talk about. We're just...
Because I got a PlayStation shirt on. That's why.
Yeah, bro. Beautiful. Beautiful. See, bro? A couple of days ago, you pointed out my Batman shirt. You can't let me point out your PlayStation shirt?
Oh, well, man, you want to point it out, then go right ahead.
Do you, like...
Look at that. Hold on.
Whoa, yeah. Whoa. Yeah. You see that? 94. The why this is special? It's his birthday, bro. It's his birthday.
My birth year.
Or woman. My bad. I didn't mean to assume.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting a little off topic. Today, for the second episode, we're talking about another movie, and surprisingly, it's another Warner Brother film. Today, we're going to talk about Blade Runner 2049. We brought this up on the Diving Deep episode, and we just wanted to come through with that. Okay, so honestly, I don't know where to start with this because there's so many places to begin, but Daniel, you said you wanted to start with the story?
Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay, so... Okay, just so you guys know, spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
And also so you guys know, we did not see the first Blade Runner, so we're kind of coming into this with fresh eyes, and I think that's okay since the first film was released 35 years ago, so... Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I'm assuming most people haven't seen the original, especially because the first film...
It's 35 years ago.
And it's considered a cult classic, so... Okay, so... How would you want to describe the story, bro? It's...
Okay, first of all, I didn't really understand this movie, first of all.
Which is not surprising. There's a lot of tweets about just...
Yeah, like being clueless.
Yeah.
But compared to what I got so far from the movie from the beginning, everybody's like a clone, or either a clone or a replica of like the original people or something like that. And...
Or they're these man-made beings.
Yeah, like they're not aliens because they do have like some type of special power or something. I don't know.
Yeah, they're super strong.
Yeah,
like somewhat. There is, if we could make humans bigger and better and stronger. Yeah, that's what these replicants are called.
Yeah,
replicants. That's the term.
But it's also in the future.
2049.
Yeah, and their world is looking horrible.
Okay, well, before we get into that, because I want to put that into the visual aspect, the story is basically there's two types of replicants. Yeah. There's the good kind who they don't want to be slaves anymore because that's the reason they were created. And then there's... No, I said that's the good kind. Those are the bad kind. Those are the ones who
has to follow orders and has to do what they're told and all that. They're like in the Navy or in the Army.
Okay. Yeah. So the ones that work for humans, they're the good ones. They're obeying. They're doing their purpose. And then there's the bad ones who ran away and they just want to live their own life. Now the name Blade Runner is applied to replicants who hunt down the runaways.
Yeah, the ones that run away.
And I believe the first film was about this, except Harrison Ford was the Blade Runner. This time it's Ryan Gosling. Yeah. However you pronounce his last name, and the story is.
I don't really know how to explain it.
Because it's very visual, and it's also, it feels like there's some metaphorical, like it's a story where it's trying to speak to, it's trying to send a message,
like
right?
The main story of it is the person who started it, which is the person from the beginning, like the first movie. What's his name? Isn't he in the first one?
No, actually, wait. Are we talking about Harrison Ford, or are we talking about the man who created the replicants?
The man who created it.
Actually, there's two people. Because you remember how in the brief thing, there was one company that created the ones for Mars and stuff, but then the rebellion happened, so a new guy came up and perfected the replicant thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this new
That
guy...
one's Jared Leto.
Yes. And he's actually pretty creepy. He does his...
Yeah, he's pretty weird. And he's blind.
Yeah.
But he has like these robots that can see for him.
Yes. Yeah, which it is cool, but it's just it makes his president even creepier because not only is he blind, but he has this very stiff appearance.
Yeah, definitely.
And
But
yeah,
basically,
continue.
like, and for the movie, he's trying to find the perfect replica for like, who was it? I forgot. I don't know who it's for.
He's trying to find the perfect replicant that can reproduce on its own.
Yeah.
Because there's this great speech where every great empire, civilization is built upon slaves.
Yep.
And they make it seem like we're living on all the planets in the solar system. So we're no longer just on Earth, but we're on Mercury, we're on every planet. And in order to keep this going, you need slaves to build these civilizations on the other planets. And for a multitude of reasons, you need billions of slaves because of how the size of these planets. But even he can't reproduce these replicants fast enough. So he wants to create a replicant
Who can reproduce
on their own, because then he could create these replicants, and then they could recreate for themselves, and it'll speed up the process. So he's trying to find that perfect person, and over a very long period of time, you find out Harrison Ford is the father of the perfect specimen, and we're not going to spoil this part because this is the part of the film.
that's
but
the actual movie.
Yeah.
like the whole part of it.
The
whole
entire
basic-
film.
Yeah, basically.
I don't even want to say what I want to say because then the whole point is you think,
Spoiler alert. No, I'm just kidding.
how do you even give this part of it away without even...
Okay, basically,
They're after a person, and
they're after a person who can actually reproduce, and they're trying to find the children, basically.
because this child is the perfect specimen.
Exactly.
Yes. Because it has yes. And we're just going to say this involves somehow Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford. And also it involves his beautiful AI love interest.
Yeah. That was weird. All right, guys, if you've seen a movie and you love like actual human contact and all of that, you would find out that this part is weird. This guy is in love with an AI.
Okay, but two things, and this is what we're going to lead into. First thing, it's also depressing.
Yeah, it is a little bit.
Because his
AI is hot though. Oh my
bro,
God.
it's the Cuban. She's a Cuban goddess.
Cuban goddess.
What's her name? But keep talking, bro.
But yeah,
We talk about that plot point.
But yeah, he likes in love with her, and then like he buys this little thing so he can take her everywhere, and then he can take her everywhere so she can see outside of his house.
Oh yeah, he buys the upgrade system.
Yeah, it's like what is it called? An adapter or something like that.
Oh yeah, I think it was. I think it was.
Emulator.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, an emulator. So you can take her everywhere and show her around and all that. And it was just weird. But
I will say this, even though
main character, what's his name? Ryan something?
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah. He's a little weird in that movie. Like,
but also don't forget
emotionally.
he's a replicant. So it's not like he is human because they emphasize he doesn't have a soul. Or
Yeah.
does he?
Dun dun dun. But yeah, they also take like these little tests where they make sure you don't have feelings, because if you do, they like kick you out and then they try to kill you.
Yeah, that was a very, because I guess besides the fact that replicants shouldn't be able to reproduce.
Yeah.
Another way to show the difference between humans and these replicants is
feelings,
the emotion, yes.
Yeah.
And I think that's the whole point of the story. It's really getting at the question of what makes a human a human. And if something else very similar to a human had those same qualities.
Guys, I think I'm a replicant.
Replicant.
Yeah, I think that's what I am, you know.
Are they also human, or are it goes to the question of what makes humans special, and if something else very similar, especially something we create, is able to, no coincidence of the words, replicate those qualities. What does that make us, and what does that make them? That's the heart of the story. It just takes 2.5 hours to get to it, but
takes forever.
There is a great plot twist that me and him did not see. And at one point, we actually thought of one, Ryan Gosling. We thought it was like, oh, okay. We know for a fact about him. And then it was like, oh, no, we're fucked up. And to go off of what Donyhal brought up about the love interest with his AI, I want to bring up the fact, which is going to go into the visuals and the setting. Yo, when you look at this world, you look at the city. By the way, Los Angeles is snowing every other day.
Randomly. And it's not like it's not just the whole Los Angeles. It's like this little part or a little city that he goes to, and it's literally just that part that's just snowing. I don't know if it's actually snow, though. That's the sad part, guys. I don't know if it's snow or if it's ashes.
Yeah, but you remember, no matter what, it was either raining or this stuff coming down.
Yeah, it was either rain,
or cloudy,
or snowing, and then he goes to like this other part, and it's just straight the desert storm. It's crazy. Like the world they live in, guys, it's hectic. I don't want our place to be like this. Okay, so we need to stop these wars. Everything goes.
Stop war. Stop freaking. Stop
nuking each other just for no reason.
Global warming. We need to treat the environment better, because we saw one tree, it was dead. We saw one living thing, and it was the flower, which is going to die. And did we see anything else green?
Nope.
No. So it's just like, wow, this
hectic,
is
guys.
it
was hectic.
But I want to say this. When something happens in the film between Ryan Gosling and his AI love interest, I will say this. They built up that relationship so well. You do feel it. It does hurt, in my opinion.
A little bit, yeah.
And by the way, bro, you know what her name is?
What?
Her name is
something sexy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a double A thing. It's
a double A thing. Keeps me energized.
But God, dude, it's just like, come on, internet. But it's Ana de Armas.
Anna what?
Anna, I'm probably butchering that. Ana de Armas.
Anna de
Armas. And she was in War Dogs, and that's all I know her from. But if you see her,
my man Batista was in there too, guys.
Yo, and
looking old as dirt.
That had to be some makeup, because he looked old.
I mean, he definitely is old, though. How long has he been in wrestling? Think about
it.
He's been in wrestling for at least 20 years.
He's been in acting for over 5 years now, too.
Exactly. So he's pretty old, guys.
Yeah. But the cast is not bad. Harrison Ford, Ryan Gosling, Dave Bautista, like we mentioned, Jared Leto, Ana de Armas. I'm telling you, when you see her, when you hear her, it's just... If you're a fan of Hispanics, especially Cubans,
like how I am, I love. Oh my goodness.
Okay, but now to move on, we want to get to. Oh, we talked about the actors. So yeah, if you're a fan of any of those 5 people, well, not because Jared Leto isn't in it that much and Dave Bautista isn't in it that much, but if you're a fan of those 3 individuals, you should see it. Harrison Ford does do a good job. Yeah. And he is in shape. He's in his 70s, and you can see his arm muscles. It's like, yo, he's been working out.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah. But we're going to finish with the visuals, because, in my opinion, especially if you're not a fan of the first film or you don't know anything about the first film, the visuals carries this film.
Yeah.
As we were talking about, you feel like you're in this world. You feel like this is a believable world. And that's what makes the film so haunting and depressing, because it's just like, it's weird because the film is very bland at parts, and then at other parts is very bright and colorful, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
I mean, their technology is pretty dope, guys. Technology is pretty dope.
Yeah, but bro, how many people do you think live on planet Earth? Because you remember there was that one shot where the whatever area of Los Angeles, there were barely any streets. There was nothing but
Dirt and deserts.
No. That was Las Vegas. Los Angeles, It was like all the buildings. There was no sidewalks. There was just buildings.
Oh yeah.
Like the buildings were tens of stories high, and then
they had holograms that can come out of the buildings and point at you and talk to you.
Yeah.
That was weird. All right, guys. I'm just letting you know. It was a chick who was like halfway naked,
but that was the dressed. AI. You remember? Because she had the same name and like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because you remember how she could change her appearance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is right.
Yeah.
That was weird. Still, she was overly like at least 50 feet high, like tall, and she came out of the building like.
Yeah, from the trailer.
But yeah, that was pretty dope. But like other than that, Los Angeles just looks depressed. That's what it is. They look depressed. Like it's straight dark and gloomy, and it's raining, and it's just horrible, guys.
Yeah, you get the vibe some type of war happened either in the United States or around the world, because only certain parts of the country are still livable, because other parts are just straight up rubble. Other parts are radioactive, like Las Vegas.
Yeah.
But except for what are they called? I forgot the name of what Ryan Gosling, the replicants. From what they showed us, they're the only ones that can actually breathe in the radioactive air and stuff. They could live there. Once again, proving they are superior human beings in every way. So
yeah. And also they have a part in the movie, guys, where Jared Leto makes another replicant, but he doesn't like it, so he kills him. So if you're not perfect, you gotta go.
And it was funny too because there's some dialogue that happens, and then Daniel says, "Watch, he's gonna kill that chick," and just he's. If you want to be a businessman, he is your idol. He doesn't care. It's all about perfecting everything, and that I will say this: every character, there's no hypocritical actions or dialogue. That every character from start to finish is okay. These writers have their crap together, because Jared Leto from start to finish is like, yo, he is the ultimate mogul. He wants to perfect everything, and every action he does is to get to the ultimate.
How about that? The end part with the chick. He actually thinks he makes the perfect.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Guys, just stay tuned and watch it, all right?
Yeah.
Please.
Because that's another part where it shows
how he wants everything to be perfect.
And he wants to control everything, and and you could just, he doesn't say anything, you just see it in his face, and it's just
it's like his face expression.
He was disappointed with himself. Like, ha. Yeah, he thought he got the victory, and was like, "God, no more." Okay.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So Daniel, what would you give the
rating?
First,
let's do this.
Yeah. Okay, let's do this. What would you?
I forgot what I gave it.
You gave it a 6 point.
No, it was like a 6.98.
He's doing some Jordan crap right now.
I would say
so 6 point. So basically a 7.
Yeah. Okay, I'll give it a 7.
Okay, thank you.
But like, only because the movie, it took too long. It definitely was like, it took too long to explain exactly what was going on. That part, I would say, the picture of it was pretty good. It was pretty dope. Everything was like CGI wise was good and all that.
Oh yeah, top notch.
Yeah,
nothing looked faked. You know.
Yeah, so I'd definitely give that a good. Story, I was confused on. So
honestly, for both of us, we need to watch the film again to even.
Yeah, like to understand it basically. Like,
And then to really give a good grade, we need to see the first film now, to be honest with you, bro. So story, just leave that up to you.
So yeah, I'll give it a 7.
Okay, for me, because I'm going purely quality, I enjoyed the film. I would give it a 9. And the reason I wouldn't give it a masterpiece 10, just because, like Daniel said, I felt if the film was 30 minutes shorter, it would have been so much better, in my opinion. Just because there are parts, while visually beautiful, and it is setting the tone and atmosphere, it's just, it does get dull. And if you had a long day at work or you're somewhat sleepy,
like how I was.
9 out of 10 times, if you're not paying for this, heck, even if you are paying for this, you're going to knock out just because of the film it is. Yeah. But I respect the hell out of it because it's very artistic and it doesn't look like any other film besides Blade Runner, the original. So that's what I liked about it, and I would recommend it if you're into sci-fi or if you're into character driven I don't even know where I'm going with this.
I don't know where you're going.
I don't know. But if you're into films that set the tone, set the atmosphere, it's more about how the film, it's more about how the film looks and the actions of the characters rather than what's said. Then this is a must-see.
But yeah, I give it a 7. My man gives it a 9.
Yeah.
So,
but we both recommend the film. So
it's pretty good.
Yeah. And surprisingly, this went on for 20 minutes. We don't know how. I guess we had a lot more to say than we thought. Can you imagine if Jordan was here? This might have been 30 freaking minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that says something about the quality because it is interesting and fascinating. So definitely give it a try. But if you don't like looking at something or you're about like nonstop action, then I guarantee you won't like this film. Yeah. So
most of the time I'm about action, but sometimes I take a break here and there.
Yeah.
I just like good movies.
But you know those certain people where it has to be action. They can't stand it. Yeah. So we're just giving you the warning. But if you're into artistic films, go see it. If you're into sci-fi films, go see it. If you're into visual pleasures, go see it. Or if you're a fan of this cast, go see it. But thank you guys. This was our second Rhinos and Aliens Impressions.
Number 2.
We do have more coming whenever something speaks to us.
Yeah, interesting comes
Yeah,
up.
and it's not just going to be with films. It's going to be with shows, video games, and even music if the time comes. But thank you guys. And if you have any recommendations for future films, we're without a doubt doing Justice League unless it sucks, and we're going to do Thor unless it sucks. So watch out for those two. And then obviously Star Wars. So those are going to be the 3 that I have. Yeah, but that's next year. So
I mean, like in the beginning of it though.
No, they switched it to June.
What? Why would they do that to me? Oh,
you didn't hear this? Okay, but we have to end it. So thank you guys, and we hope to see you next time. We'll keep you posted.
Yeah.
Peace out. Much love. So if you want to subscribe, just hit this bad boy up here, that big fat rhino. If you want the newest video, to the right. If you want the recommended, to the left. And then, of course, our personal dick pic. Yep, right below. So thank you for joining us once again, and we hope to see you next week. So peace out.
Peace.